are back to bring you the C-Main at USA International Speedway in the Hell for Leather League, brought to you by the Cotterman iRacing team. This is scheduled for 15 laps. 6 cars scheduled for the C-Main. Unfortunately, 2 drivers, Roadrunner and Scott Crane, have dropped out, leaving only 4 cars to compete in this C-Main event. Let's have a look at the starting lineup. Starting in the rear is going to be Herschel Lawrence in car number 46. Just in front of Herschel, we'll see the 007 of Mike Winter. Then on the outside, that'll be the 13 of Ty Alambi. And in the very rear of the field, the 56 of Ben Richards. So 4 cars should be starting here. We should see the pace car begin moving momentarily. As we have 15 laps, it'll be a 4-car dash. These cars will be racing to determine their starting spots in the A-Main. Give a quick shout out to our sponsors over at Sim Coaches. If you're looking for some great sim racing pedals and you want to up your game in the sim racing experience, look no further than Sim Coaches. Handmade in the United States using stainless steel construction and real Wilwood master cylinders to give you the best possible sim racing experience. To learn more, go to simcoaches.com. Mike Winter will be on the pole for this race, just to his outside, the 13 of Ty Alambi. Then the next row will be the 56 of Richards and the 46 of Herschel Lawrence. Lights are off on the pace car. We should get the green next time by. Also want to give a shout out to Admin Box. Admin Box providing all the administrative equipment to run race control on these sim races, and PestControlSuppliesDirect.com. Your one-stop shop for all pest control supplies, whether it's household, in the yard or the garden, or in the barn or on the farm. If you need it, you can get it from PestSuppliesDirect.com. Pace car leading the field down the back straightaway. They go into turn number 3. We're scheduled for 15 laps. It should be a 15-lap dash. The pace car is in. Winter waiting for the green flag. All starts are on green here. The green is out. Mike Winter hammers the throttle. Ty Alambi to his outside. Alambi and Winter side by side. The 56 of Richards into the corner as well. Herschel Lawrence well back, waiting and let this maybe sort out a little bit, just in case there's trouble. Winter takes the lead down the back straightaway now into turn number 3. It's Mike Winter 1. Ty Alambi in the 2nd spot. Ben Richards 3rd. Herschel Lawrence is 4th. Alambi slides up high. Looked like he might have opened the door for Richards. Richards could not take advantage. At the line, leading lap number 1, it is the 007 of Mike Winter. Winter down the back straightaway. Alambi with a quick race car. He was very, very fast in practice, was also quick in his heat, just happened to get a little loose and spin. So Alambi with a very quick car. Expect him to begin to put pressure on Mike Winter at any moment as we see the telemetry resetting. There's something going on with our telemetry here. We do have 13 to go. Winter with the lead. Alambi in 2nd. These 2 cars pulling away from the 56 of Ben Richards. We saw Richards get a little bit out of shape off the turn there. Out front, it is the 007 of Mike Winter. Alambi looks to the inside as they come down the front straightaway at the start-finish line. It will be Alambi with the lead. So Ty Alambi taking the lead away from Mike Winter. Winter trying to come back on the outside here. Can't quite get it done as Ty Alambi makes the pass. He's down the back straightaway. Winter with a good run off of turn 2, not giving up without a fight. But it will be Ty Alambi taking the lead. Ty Alambi out front. Mike Winter now drops back into the 2nd spot. Herschel Lawrence has moved into 3rd as Ben Richards got loose there in the back, and that cost him about 5 seconds. Don't know if Richards will make up any time. So Ben Richards running 4th in the C-Main. Out front, it is Ty Alambi in car number 13, followed by Winter and Lawrence. Herschel Lawrence staying within visual contact of the leaders, but it is Ty Alambi with the lead. He's opened up about a 0.3 of a second gap on the 007 of Mike Winter. 10 laps to go in the C-Main. Ty Alambi holding on to the lead. In the 2nd spot, that is Mike Winter with Herschel Lawrence 3rd and Ben Richards 4th. Alambi very quick in practice, very quick in his heat race. He will be a threat in the A-Main. His biggest problem will be that running the C, he's going to start toward the back. I'm guessing somewhere around 23rd, 24th, 25th. So Alambi will have a long distance to make up if he's going to be a threat. But a very, very quick race car. As we can see, he's now opened up a half-second lead over the 007 of Mike Winter. 9 laps to go. Allamby well out front. Now 8 to go. And it looks like Herschel Lawrence really starting to find his stride. Lawrence may be trying to close the gap just a bit as he's trying maybe to close in on the 007 of Winter. Lawrence about a second and a half back. Herschel staying within contact here. But out front, it is the 13 of Allamby. Allamby really doing a nice job. Although Winter's closed, he's closed to about 0.4 of a second. So Ty Allamby may be having a little bit of trouble here in that 13 car. Mike Winter now closes to within 0.3 of a second. So Ty Allamby losing a little ground here to the 007 of Winter. Meanwhile, Herschel Lawrence has also dropped back just a bit. Lawrence now 1.8 seconds back of Winter and over 2 seconds back of Ty Allamby. It will be Allamby continuing to hold on to the lead as he's begun to stretch that lead back out. So Allamby with a couple of laps there where he seemed to be off his stride, now back into a rhythm. Ty Allamby trying to pull away from the 007 of Mike Winter. Winter no slouch, very, very good on road courses. Mike Winter coming home second a few weeks back in a U.S. Racing League Legends event at the old Daytona road course. So Mike Winter, a very accomplished road racer, a good Legends car driver, but he's got nothing right now for Ty Allamby in that 13. Allamby stretched the lead out to nearly 0.6 of a second, just over 0.6 now. Allamby really getting off of turn 2 well. That's where he seems to make up a lot of ground and pull away from the 007 of Winter. Winter may be a little better in 3 and 4, but Allamby very good out of the corner. Ty Allamby really gets off the corner well, and he leads. 4 laps to go. Ty Allamby leading in the Hell for Leather Legends Series C Main from USA International Speedway. Next week, the Hell for Leather Legends Series will transition to an SK modified race sponsored by Elite Performance. That should also be at USA International Speedway, and it will be a bit longer, 75-lap race in the SK Mods. So this league will alternate Legends cars and SK Modifieds, both cars at the same track in back-to-back weeks. Then they'll switch tracks and do Legends and SK Mods again. Allamby leading. He's pulled out to about a 0.7 of a second lead over the 007 of Mike Winter. Herschel Lawrence about 2 seconds back of Winter now. Ben Richards well back. He's about half a lap down after having some trouble early in the race. 2 to go. It's the 13 of Allamby out front, followed by Winter and Lawrence. No change on the speedway as we watch Ty Allamby down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Allamby through the center of 3 and 4, now out onto the front straightaway. It will be Ty Allamby taking the white flag this time by. Allamby taking the lead on about lap number 4 and never looking back. He holds a 0.9 of a second advantage over the 007 of Mike Winter down the back straightaway for the final time in the C Main. Ty Allamby, a very quick race car, barring some unfortunate accident. Ty Allamby's going to hold on to win. He comes through the center of 3 and 4, now out of turn 4 onto the front straightaway. Ty Allamby will take the checkered flag to win the C Main at USA International Speedway. Mike Winter will come home second, with Herschel Lawrence in third, and Ben Richards rounding out the top 4. Stay tuned. We will be right back with the B Main from USA International Speedway. For the Johnson iRacing team on the Johnson iRacing Network, this is Aaron Johnson saying, go fast, turn left, have fun. We are back for the B Main at the USA International Speedway in the HFL Hell for Leather Legends Series, brought to you by the Cotterman iRacing team. The B Main scheduled for 15 laps, not 5. That is a typo in the telemetry. Let's have a look at the starting lineup for the B Main. In row number 3, we're going to see the 3 car of Sean Mahar and the 25 of Tyler Daniels. Row number 2 will be Paul Rochelot And to his outside, the 97 of Eric Sellers. Sellers just wrapped up both the Season 3 and Season 4 championships in the League of Legends. On the pole will be Aaron Johnson, and to his outside in car number 16, that will be Fish Fisher. We should see the pace car begin to move momentarily as we're ready to take 15 quick laps. Johnson hesitating to get moving there. 15 laps in the B main. Aaron Johnson on the pole. Fisher to his outside. Johnson had all kinds of trouble in his heat race. Started on the second row, moved to the back. Same thing happened to Eric Sellers. Sellers starting second as well and moving to the back. Both Johnson and Sellers regulars in the TDR League of Legends along with Fish Fisher. Tyler Daniels, of course, the namesake of that league. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Thank you to Sim Coaches for their help, and to Admin Box. Admin Box providing all the administrative equipment, as well as PestSuppliesDirect.com. If you have a pest problem, whether it's household, farm, yard, you can get those supplies at Pest Direct. Mention the iRacing as your coupon code for a 10% off your first delivery. Lights are off on the pace car. Johnson leading the field here. That orange, white, and maroon 00, the fast orange car. Pace car leading the field down the back straightaway. We should expect to get the green this time by 15 laps for 6 cars. This will help to determine the spot. The winner of this race should start in the 20th position on the grid. Pace car is in. Johnson, Fisher, Sellers, Rochelot, Mahar, and Daniels await the green flag. The green is out. Johnson hammers the throttle, comes down into turn number 1. Looks like he's got a little bit of an advantage over the 16 of Fisher. Fisher in the second spot. Johnson out front as they come off of turn 2 onto the back straightaway. Aaron Johnson quickly jumps into the lead. Eric Sellers slides up high as Paul Rochelot takes over the third spot. It's Johnson, Fisher, Rochelot, Sellers, then Mahar and Daniels. Those 6 cars battling here as Aaron Johnson leads lap number 1. Eric Sellers looking to the inside of the 27. Aaron Johnson pulling away from the 16 of Fisher. Johnson with about a 3-car advantage as we see Eric Sellers make his way past the 27 of Rochelot. Now Mahar looking to the inside of Rochelot as well. Out front, Johnson leads. Sellers in third. Fisher in second. Eric Sellers putting some pressure on the 16 of Fish Fisher. Let's have a look at that battle between Fisher and the 97 of Sellers as Johnson tries to stretch that lead out. Aaron Johnson with about a 3-car length advantage over the 16. Sellers putting some pressure on Fisher in that 16 car. Eric Sellers right on Fisher's back bumper as they come into the turn. Now off of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. Sellers looking to the inside. It looks like he's got a little bit of a run. Doesn't quite have enough to get underneath the 16 of Fisher as Johnson stretches the lead to about 4 car lengths. Aaron Johnson with the lead. Fisher in second. Sellers third. Rochelot fourth. Daniels fifth. Mahar has dropped back into the 6th spot as we watch Eric Sellers pressuring the 16 of Fisher. Fish doing a nice job as he comes off the turn now onto the front straightaway. Sellers looks to the inside. This time he's got a run. They come down into turn number 1. Eric Sellers has position. He's going to try to make the pass. Sellers to the inside. Gets through the center of the corner well. Now off of 2 onto the back straightaway. Eric Sellers will move into the 2nd spot. Fisher looks back to the inside. Doesn't quite have enough car to make the pass. Out front, it is still the 00 of Johnson. Johnson holding on to the lead, followed by that 97 car. Aaron Johnson out front, 10 laps to go. Johnson with about a 7-car length advantage over the 97 of Eric Sellers. That translates to somewhere around a half-second lead for the 00 of Johnson. Johnson leading by somewhere around 6/10. Fisher in the 3rd spot. Then it's a big gap back to Rochelot and Daniels with Mahar now 2 laps down. Aaron Johnson leading the 97 of Eric Sellers. Fisher in 3rd. Johnson down into turn number 1. Eric Sellers trying to follow Johnson through the center of the corner. Johnson leading by about 0.6 of a second. That lead seems to have stabilized. Both cars pulling away from the 16 of Fish. Johnson down the front stretch, comes past the start-finish line. 8 to go this time by. Sellers looks like he might be closing in just a bit on the 00 of Johnson. Johnson 1, Sellers 2, Fisher 3. Daniels now in the 4th spot. He's moved past Rochelot. Rocheleau in 5th. Mahar, after some repairs, back out. He is in 6th spot, but laps down. Up front, it is Johnson with the lead as they come up on lap traffic. Mahar staying up high. Johnson looks to the inside. Into turn number 1 he goes. Puts Mahar another lap down. Eric Sellers trying to close. That gap had been as high as 0.6 of a second. It is now about 0.6 of a second. So gap stabilized. Sellers may be closing in by a few hundredths, but not enough to matter. 7 laps to go. Aaron Johnson with the lead. Eric Sellers in the 2nd spot. Fisher in 3rd. Daniels trying to close on that 16 car. Let's take a look at the battle between the 16 and the 25 if we can, as we will see Fisher trying to hold off Tyler Daniels in the 25. Tyler Daniels is closing slightly on that 16 car. 6 laps to go. Johnson holding about a half-second lead over Sellers. Fisher holding about a half-second lead over Daniels. But Daniels is closing. Tyler Daniels now within a car length and a half of the 16 of Fisher. They come off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Fish driving down into turn 3. Daniels really closing now. Tyler Daniels with a nice run down the back straightaway. He comes off of turn number 4 onto the front stretch. Daniel is on the back bumper of Fish. And it looks like the 3 of Mahar hammers the outside wall. Mahar all kinds of upside down. Quite the crash, but we will stay green. It is sim racing. We don't have to worry about injuries here. Just a little bit of hurt pride. Fisher trying to hold off Daniels in the 25. Daniels looks to the inside. Doesn't quite have enough to get it done. Fisher closes the door. They come off of 4 onto the front stretch. Daniels turned down low. Tries to get position underneath Fish. Fish on the high side. Daniels on the low side. Tyler Daniels all over the 16 trying to set up a pass here. 3 to go. Johnson with a stable lead out front. We're going to keep our eyes on this battle between the 25 and the 16. Daniels looks to the inside one more time. This time he's got position. They come into turn number 3, now through the center of 3 and 4, out onto the front straightaway. Tyler Daniels will take over position number 3. Out front, Aaron Johnson continues to lead. He's trying to hold off the 97 of Eric Sellers. The gap between those cars now has narrowed just a bit more, now down to about 0.4 of a second, as Aaron Johnson tries to hold off Eric Sellers in the 97. 2 to go. Johnson with the lead. There'll be 1 to go this time by. Johnson taking the white flag. It's Johnson, Sellers, Daniels, Fisher, and Rocheleau, your top 5. Mahar now 6 laps down after a hard contact 3 or 4 laps ago. Johnson off of turn 2 for the final time, now down the back straightaway, trying to hold on for the win in the B main at USA International Speedway. Johnson will come off of turn number 4, and that will be a victory in the B main for Aaron Johnson. Eric Sellers will come home 2nd with Tyler Daniels 3rd, Fisher in the 4th spot, Rocheleau 5th, and Mahar rounding out the top 6. We will be right back to bring you the main event, the A-Main from USA International Speedway in the Hell for Leather Legends League. For the Johnson iRacing team on the Johnson iRacing Network, this is Aaron Johnson saying, go fast, turn left, have fun.